Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. In Srimad Bhagavad Puran, there is one event, one story. The story is on Sharad Purnima, Bhagwan Sri Krishna was having a Rasa Leela. All the gopis have come. They were enchanted by his flute. Left everything halfway. The children were left, the house was left, the husband was left, all the work, what was in the hand, left like that. And they came and their Rasa Leela started. In the Rasa Leela, what is Rasa? Rasa is the expression of Rasa is Rasa. See? Like Dasharatha, Dasharathi. Da has become Da. Similarly, Rasa, Raso Vaisaha, Rasagam Hevayam Labdva Nandi Bhavati. Paramatma is of the nature of Rasa. Rasa means that which doesn't have the seed. See? Seed means cause. Mango with the seed and only mango pulp called as Am Rasa. Rasa is that where there is no seed. So that causeless happiness is called as Rasa Leela. There is no cause. Why are you happy? Because I am married. One person told his friend, see, I don't know what people will say, my wife died, but I am not feeling miserable. Even tears are not coming out of my eyes. I don't know what to do. He said, no, don't worry. Think that she is coming back. Just start coming out. There is no cause. Causeless happiness is ras. Raso Vaisa. So in the Rasa Leela, they were one with the Lord. Lord has taken so many forms as many gopis. And a beautiful Rasa Leela dance was going on. And when it was going on, suddenly those gopis felt, how lucky we are. Nobody in this world other than us is able to have this great fortune. The moment this thought came in their mind, the Lord disappeared. See? So what is the reason why the Lord goes away from us? Because of this speed breaker. See? When the car is going smooth on the road, suddenly the speed is chatka. Exactly the same way. The moment I comes, our thinking goes the wrong way. First, it is self-oriented. With the birth of I, it is selfish. And when you selfish, it stinks. See? Therefore, here, why our bhavana does not become strong? See? This is the topic. Because what the teacher told to Mahasen, the student, the king, that I am able to create the world inside the rock because my bhavana is siddha. What thought comes, it happens. Because behind the thought, I is not there. See? And therefore, this bhavana can be strengthened, can be firm, can be strong by various ways. Like some people have this by birth, such as the Brahmaji. Some of them have got because of some stones fixing on their body, like Yaksha Rakshas. Some of them have because of the various kinds of drugs. They also get siddhi. And yogis get the siddhi of this bhavana dardhya. The bhavana becomes very firm by the yoga abhyas. Tapasvis get by the tapasya. And those who are the mantrikas, who are doing all this jadoo, they get because of the mantra. And also by the grace of somebody. Somebody blesses you, you get all the siddhis. Now here the teacher says, Sankalpite yatha bhavyam purva vismarane sati stiram tavat bhavetyam yavat purva nahi smaret. So when the sankalpa is without the notion that I am doing the sankalpa, then that sankalpa becomes firm. See? If you read the life stories of Mahatmas, they will always tell you. We go to the Mahatma, Maharaj, this is my problem, what I should do. He says, don't worry, go to the temple, Lord will take care of you. Actually, it is their sankalpa, but they don't claim that I am doing it. See, friends. And therefore their words happen. For a small little thing, we prepare a cup of coffee. How did I prepare a cup of coffee? Naturally, you have to oblige. Yes, you have prepared very good. Because you want second time. This I in our system is so deeply rooted, and therefore our bhavana or the sankalpa is not firm. So, stiram tavat bhavet yavat purvam nahi smaret evam evam nirvikalpa bhavana yadi sustira anichaya vikalpasya yavat sambhedanam nahi. So, when the bhavana is there, there should not be any doubt whatsoever. See? We ourselves have doubt whether this will happen or not. Thought plus doubt is leakage of the inner strength. So simple it is. Therefore, should not be any doubt. When you start doing anything, yes, it will be fulfilled. I hope I am trying my best. So when you don't have confidence about yourself, how can others have? Therefore, when the bhavana is without any vikalpa, and then second thing, without any expectation about out of your own bhavana or sankalpa. I hope this will happen. It is for the good of others. No, whether it happens or not, you do and relax. See? This is the basic difference. It is not addressed to anybody, and it is not addressed by anybody. Both the ways. Therefore, no desire. And because there is no desire, there is no leakage. And then only such a bhavana bhaved dhatu vikalpena na siddha bhavana bhavanam sadhaye kshipra yadi prashtum samihasi. So if you really want to create the world as I have created in this rock, you can also, provided your bhavana has become strong and perfect. See. You know, in the, probably Mahabharata, this story comes. there was a great yogi, and he did a lot of tapasya and sadhana. And when he looked at the bird on the tree, the bird fell down. So he thought, I have no powers. By my very looking, the bird has fallen. So he goes first to a butcher for getting something to eat. And that time the butcher is doing his job. He said, hang around, let me finish my job, then I'll come and give you something. He said, you can't make me wait, you have to give me right now. So the butcher says, I am not a bird who will fall down. See? Because there is no I behind. Therefore, one simple thing I will tell you. What is the meaning of this spiritual expression? We remain spontaneous. There is no preparation. See? Spiritual thoughts are not presented through PowerPoint. See, this is the universe. And 5 elements. And those 5 elements, when they teach Panchikaran, they do that. They will give the shape to the space. Suppose this is the space, this is air, this is fire, this is water, this is earth. And Panchikaran, first it is halved. So you make it half. Second picture. Third picture. The one half is maintained as it is, remaining is made into 4. Fourth picture. This goes there, this goes there. And then for the first time when the student studies, he understands very well. Space is like an egg. See? And the air is like an egg. And everything becomes objective. And the biggest problem we all suffer on the spiritual path is our inability to drop objectivity. See? Everything has to be extremely subjective. Atma tvam girijamati sahachara prana shariram graham pujate vishayopabhogarachana nidra samadhi sthiti sanchara padayo pradakshina vidhi stotrani sarva giro yad yad karma karomi tat tadakhilam shambho tavaradhanam. Eyes are not seeing for themselves. Eyes are bringing the ahuti, the oblations of colors and forms for the mind. Mind is not experiencing or enjoying the colors and forms. Mind is offering that ahuti to the eye. And that eye is one per head, jiva is born. When an eye is one without a second, then there will be joy, but there will not be enjoyer. See, this is how it is. Then alone the subjectivity will become meaningful. Otherwise it remains only objective. So, Shrunu Rajan Deshakala Vaividyam Vadato Mama Avitpannosi Lokasya Vivarehi Ataha Tava Etat Chitram Bhasate Vai Shrunu Samyak Bravimite Jagat Bhasa Swabhavoyam Vividhatvena Bhasanam. Now you have asked me the question that the time scale in that rock kingdom or the world and the time scale outside is totally different. In that Shila Desha, in that creation within the rock, we were there only for one day according to that time scale. But when we came out of that rock, Here 12 million years have passed. So your question is how this is? Two types of time scales. And the rock was so small because they have taken the pradakshina. It was hardly 1 kilometer. And in that 1 kilometer, such a huge, vast universe, how can it exist? So your question was the time and space which was in your creation and the time and space wherein we are living in our creation, they are different. How do we account for that? That was the question. So the teacher says, look here. First of all, you have no proper understanding. Clearly it is. See? Avyutpannosi lokasya vyavaharehi ataha. Because avyutpanno, you don't have proper understanding. Loka vyavahar. In the transaction of the worldly things. See, you know the truth? The truth is, the world is like this. This is the peculiarity of this world. Now, example is given. See, Eka eva hi sarvasya prakasho dvidha sthitaha divan dhanam andhakaraha itaresham tu bhasakaha. Light, for example, sunrise or sunlight is common for everybody. But for some beings, it is brightness. And those who are owls, ullu, for them, it is not a brightness. So the light is seen by one kind of animals, other kinds of animals do not see the light. For them, light is darkness. Similarly, we can take breathing in the space. But in the same space, if we bring out a fish, fish dies. We cannot breathe when we are inside the water. But a fish can breathe only inside the water. So, see, total contradiction. This is how the world is. There is no reason, there is no logic. Similarly, the fire burns us, but there is a bird, that bird can consume the fire. Therefore, all the things in this world are existing in two ways. Some are known through the sense organs, etc., and others remain unknown through the sense organs, etc. And therefore, there are many, many hundreds and thousands of things which can be seen that they are of this peculiar nature. For one, it is a medicine, for other, it is a poison. Therefore, with the eyes when you see, if the eyes are having, let us say, jaundice, then the whole world will look suffering from jaundice because they are yellow. And if the eyes have become red, this story comes, in some place I read, when Eknath Maharaj from Maharashtra, he wrote the Ramayana. In the Ramayana he writes that when Hanumanji went to that Ashoka Vatika, and in that pond there were lotuses and they were white in color. And that time Hanumanji objects, no, they were red in color. Eknath Maharaj says, no, they were white in color. Now Hanumanji makes a prestige issue. Sir, you have not gone there. I have gone. So my vision is more authentic than your imaginary vision. Eknath Maharaj says, no, I trust my vision more than your vision. They were white. Now, both of them approach Bhagwan Ram. Sir, you tell. Bhagwan Ram says, both of you are right. Because he has seen in his vision which was full of love, devotion, and no agitations. So he has that experience in his yogic prominence. And Hanumanji, when you have seen that time, you were extremely angry towards the Rakshasas and therefore your eyes were red, and because your eyes were red, even those flowers you have seen them red. See? See, friend. Similarly, those who have got a squint, crossroads. I went somebody's place and they had, newly arrived lady in the house after the marriage of their son. And I took out my glasses and I was doing something, some scratching like this. So I saw, naturally when you place your eyeball, you see two things. So I said, why you said you got married, your son, to one girl, but there are two of them? How come? And she was so smart. She said, Swami, yes, she also put her finger. Swami, yes, this is for you and this is for you. See? So these two things, where from it has come? Therefore, it is because of the limitations of the faculties, the things appear in different manner. And in the eastern part of the world, there is a small island, like our, Conchi Island. You know Conchi Island? Fiji. Fiji is called as Conchi. After every 2 seconds, there is a Conchi. And this Conchi word is from Bihar. And like, some people have got a habit. I mean, you see, like that Conchi. Conchi means cone cheese. What you want to say? Kya hai? Like that, Conchi. So in that Conchi Island, there are people where they see everything red. There is no other color, only red color. Similarly, there is another island where people see the things upside down. That their legs are above, like this, and they are walking, and heads are down. And when somebody starts seeing correctly, they go to the doctor and get it corrected. Because others are not seeing like that. Now, what is the truth? Therefore, whatever is seen by the eyes, it is the limitation of the eyes which are superimposed on what is seen. Now, be attentive up to this one thing. Now, a part of the vision itself becomes the object called as color and form. See? Take only this example. The rupa or color and form, they are formed out of the element fire. And it is the same color and form which is the element fire which is presiding over the vision. So the cause and effect, both of them, the object seen and the seeing faculty, both of them are expression of the same element. The tamoguni aspect of the tejas forms the colors and forms, and the sattvaguni aspect of the same thing forms the vision. And therefore, every color and form and object is nothing but grossification of the vision. Vision is energy. Energy grossified is matter. Matter disintegrated is release of energy. Thus, this whole world is nothing but the eye, the vision becomes grossified, it is called as color and form. The hearing ability becomes grossified, it is called as the words or the sounds. The ability to smell is grossified, it is called as the various kinds of smells. And therefore, everything is nothing but the sense organs itself grossified. And so is the story with the mind. See? Mind alone, manasasya, manomatra tathaivacha akhila jagataha. Similarly, whatever we are seeing is only the projection of the mind. Mind only imagines somebody is good. Mind only projects somebody is bad. Mind only projects somebody is important, something is not important. So all these are nothing but bhavana matra. See. And therefore, as we understand the strength of bhavana, to that extent, our life will be more spiritual. Then we will not depend more and more on the outer world. Karmopi aksha svabhavo tataha tataha kinchit bahirnahi shrunuраजन bahiriti yalloke bhati kevalam. Now this was regarding the objects. How everything is nothing but the expression of the same reality in the form of the five objects. Now the second thing, you have asked about the place, space, desha. In that solid rock, which is hardly 1 kilometer circumference, how the whole world was contained. Don't we see this? What is the thickness of the mirror? Hardly 1 mm. In that 1 mm thickness, the whole city is reflected. There also we see the depth. Suppose an object is 10 feet away from the mirror surface. Inside that mirror, it appears to be the same distance 10 feet. So where from that depth in that thin mirror glass has come? So here the teacher says, Shrinu hey king, listen. This world is born out of the concept called as inside and outside. This will not get anywhere. The concept inside and outside. Now observe your own experience. What is our experience? I am inside the body. You are outside the body. And in and out has a reference. What is the reference? Reference is the body. When the body identification is totally dropped, as in deep sleep, the concept of in and out is erased. And therefore, in the deep sleep, we are in the deep sleep, we are inside the room or outside the room. We are inside Australia or outside Australia. Think. Because there is no reference. But now as there is a reference of body identification, therefore the this mala rosary is inside the pocket. Concept. Book is outside the pocket. Then book is inside the room. Shoes are outside the room. Then shoes are inside Melbourne. Sydney is outside Melbourne. This concept of in and out begins only when we are identified with the body. And this concept of in and out is called as the world. Think. We can ask a question, valid question. Where is earth? Where is water? Where is fire? Where is air? Can we ask a question, where is space? We never ask this question. And yet this is asked. In Upanishad this question is asked. Where is space? The teacher says, in your head. When the mind is enfolded, mind has no reference to call something as inside and outside. See, so where is the space? Space is in the mind. And naiva manasam. And what is the mind? Mind is not. See? Keep on reflecting in this line of thinking. One day one person came, in US it happened. A typical South Indian, when people leave India, go to other countries, they become more religious than when they are in India. Because of the fear, no other reason. Wherever there is minority, you get integrated. When there is majority, you get disintegrated. So, a typical South Indian means the dish antenna and various kinds of marks and putting on the lungi and all kinds of things, He came for satsang. This happened somewhere in southern part of US. He said, Swamiji, I have a question. I said, keep, I don't need. I got sufficient questions. No, I have studied Taittiriya Upanishad. I am a Yajurvedi. And it is said, Tasmad Atmanaha Akasha Sambhutaha Akashad Vayu Vayu, blah, blah, blah. The tape recorder started. What is this creation? I said, come on, yeah, you are too much educated, I am not. Go slowly, one by one. Tasmad Atmanaha Akasha Sambhutaha. Isn't it? Yes, I said, stop here. What is the meaning of Akasha? Akasha means nothing. Means what? From the self, nothing is created. Why bother about other things? See? Nothing is created. But we get carried away by the story. Therefore, space is only the projection of the mind. See? And when the mind disowns the shape and the form of the body, the concept that I am inside and the world is outside disappears. Therefore, what is the world? World is a sense of otherness, is the world. And the sense of otherness is only in the mind. In the deep sleep, because the mind is enfolded, there is no sense of otherness. Therefore, there is no world. Therefore, there is no desire. Therefore, there is no body. Therefore, there is all bliss. Therefore, there is a loud snoring. See, try to snore when you are awake. You cannot. Because you are there. See, friends. So, the world is created only by this concept of in and out. See? Tad adyam sarvajagatam jagat chitra sthiti bhittivat. So, this concept is the original cause, that the sense of inside and outside. Tasya bahyasya vaktavyam apadanam dhruvam nanu. Shariram syad apadanam na itarat bhavitu kshamam. So apadana means what? That reference point which is creating a sense of in and out is called as apadana. Now in this whole world, the sense of in and out is created only by body identification. See? Therefore, next time if you are sitting for your meditation in the lap of the Lord, try this. You sit down. After sitting, you do this bhavana. Not that I am the space. Do this bhavana. What must be the experience of the space? The space has no in or out. The house has a concept. We are inside the house, garden is outside the house. Space has no concept, in and out. Then what is the space's understanding? Everything is inside. Nothing is outside. See, in the 9th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan uses this word. Also in Kaivalya Upanishad, this mantra is one of the most extremely beautiful mantra. Mai eva sakalam jatam, mai sarvam pratishthitam, mai sarvam layam yati, tad brahma dvayamasmiham. If you have water in a glass or in a bottle and there is little bit empty space, it is not filled glass or filled bottle halfway, so there is emptiness, and if you move that bottle, there will be ripples and disturbance in the water, is it not? Because there is empty space around. Suppose the glass or the bottle is filled up to the brim and there is not even one bubble space empty, in that you move that, can the water move? So the movement begins when there is a sense of emptiness, is it not? Work on this. Last time I went with Swamiji to Cairns and he is very expert. So he was, doing the swimming. I tried and I said, hey, disgusting, all those gadgets, I removed all of them. And then again I jumped into the sea. I know swimming. So when you are on the surface, the water, waves will be buffeting. And when I went little deep, about 10 feet, as I started going deeper, impact of waves disappeared. Exactly the same way. When we are at the surface of our personality, what is the surface of our personality? Our possessions, our relations. So when you are on the surface of your personality, you will be buffeted by the possessions and the relations. Now, don't run anywhere. Remain in the same water. To get rid of the impact of the waves, you don't have to go out of the water, but go inside, deep into the water. In the same manner, go deep in your own being. How do we go deep? Only by discarding the body, shape and the form. See, friends. So play. What will be the experience of the space like? Body has shape, form. Shapes and forms are many. Space has no shape, no form, therefore only one. Where there are many, there is noise. Where there is only one, there is no noise. If we are one inside, with whom will you talk? Why we talk so much to ourselves? Because we are not one. We are a crowd inside. So this world is born out of this concept of in and out. And in and out concept begins from the body identification. Therefore, all our spiritual practice is only this. Now the second thing. How do we know that we are really on the right track and body disidentification is happening? How do we know? How do we know that we are out of the dream? when the dream achievements and dream failures are equal for us. When the dream friends and dream enemies are equal for us. And what is that equality? Dream achievement is equal to dream failure is equal to nothing. See? Sukha dukkhe same krutva labha labho jaya jayo tato yuddhaya yujjasva naivam papam avapsyasi. When the victory, defeat, gain, loss, joy, sorrows are equal, means they are nothing, where is the world? Because what is the world? World is, I got it. See? You see these cricket matches or the tennis matches? When the wicket is down, look at that, bowler. See? And these football fellows, when they hit a goal perfectly well, see the person who hits the goal, he doesn't stand in one place. He runs mad and takes out his t-shirt and throws it. I ordered it. Dumbo. And next time you hit the shot and the shot goes wrong and you are defeated by that 1 point, the same racket you break. And they are the heroes of the world. See, friends. Therefore, spiritual life is not excitement. It is calmness. But that calmness is not the graveyard calmness. In the graveyard also, one of my friends in South Africa, when we went to his house, there was absolute calmness, no noise of any kind. I said, hey, your house has got great calmness. He said, yes, Swamiji, I have got a silent neighbor. Now, come and see. Next to his house was a graveyard. Silent neighbors, no disturbance of any kind. See, friends. Therefore, what is seen outside is not outside, it is only within. So, be attentive. The whole world is therefore not outside, but it is in the vision, in the sense organs. When the eyes are closed, colors and forms have no existence. So where are the colors and forms? They are not outside, but they are in the vision. See, similarly, all sense organs, they are in the mind. See, they are in the mind. And what is mind? Mind is in the consciousness. So where is the whole world? And what is the whole world? It's pure consciousness. It is all inclusive. Nothing is rejected. Like the eyes, don't reject any color or any form. Like the sounds, don't reject any good word or bad word. Like the mind doesn't reject any thought, good or bad. Like the consciousness doesn't reject waking, dream, deep sleep and samadhi. All inclusive. The ocean includes all kinds of waves. The water includes all kinds of oceans. Therefore, there is nothing outside. And when there is nothing outside, to call something inside is also wrong. See? And when this concept of in and out is quietened, you are one with the Lord. And when it will be possible, I am not giving you verse by verse, but I am summarizing the whole thought. When it is possible, in the space it is possible to call in and out because there is emptiness. But in conscious space, the best expression of conscious space is in that beautiful book, Amrita Anubhav. Study that. There can't be any clear-cut expression of the truth other than in that book. See, once I received one phone call from somebody in India, and he said, I am so and so, and my Guruji wants to talk to you. I said, okay, give him. No, he is not here now, but he will come at 4 o'clock. So I just wanted to take appointment with you. And I said, okay. When he said Guruji, so I thought he must be some spiritual person. Then at 4 o'clock he called me. I said, yes sir, what can I do for you? Then Guruji said, Swamiji Maharaj, Pranam. Then he said, I am Habibullah Khan. I heard, I don't know English, I heard your Amritanubhav talk 74 in Hindi, and it has given me the highest joy in my whole life. Thereafter I wanted to get some more books and CDs. So when I ordered, it was little expensive for me. I am a poor person. So I told those girls, why don't you give me some concession? So she said, you talk to Swamiji, I cannot give, I have no authority. So this is how I got your number, I am talking to you. I said, where are you? He said, I am in Hyderabad. I said, I am coming to Hyderabad after 2 days. In the university, you come and meet me there. He came. Very unassuming, simple person. Then I went to his house also. So deeply involved in spiritual studies. All Upanishad, Yoga Vasishta, Mahabharat, Bhagavat, Panchadashi. He was quoting like we sing Hindi cinema songs. So deeply studied. And he said that this particular book has changed my complete understanding and I am so deeply rooted now. Spend some time on studying that. It's a very, very deep text. There Santa Gyaneshwara tells about this consciousness. This expression is nowhere seen. There he mentions consciousness is solid space. See what beautiful. Space because it includes everything. Solid because there is nothing other than this. Can we think of solid space? See, all the waves are unmanifest in the ocean. They are not injected from outside in the ocean. So they are in the ocean. And yet they are not. Because the ocean is only ocean. In the same manner, in the consciousness, other than consciousness, there is nothing. See, world is there for what? Waves are there for what? 2 ways. Waves appear but they are not. One way of understanding. Second way of understanding, waves are nothing but ocean. In the same manner, this world is an appearance. Therefore, don't become serious about it. Or the second way, the world is pure consciousness. Surrender. See, friends, this is not a bite for every Tom, Dick and Harry. Everybody can stand to this. Shurasya dhara nishita duratteya durgam pathastat kavayo vadanti. It is a path like walking on the razor's edge. There are no crowds on this path. See, friends, the moment we become all alone, in that aloneness the truth is revealed. But as the mind starts becoming quieter and quieter, and the mind is wanting to go back to its own source, but when the mind is reverting back to its own source, instead of discovering the aloneness, we discover the loneliness. Loneliness is for the mind. Aloneness is for the pure self. Ekameva dvitiyam neha nanasti kinchana. In this, there is no nana, there is no dada, there is no mama. Neha nanasti kinchana. See, friends, all our faculties become blent. Yato vacho nivartante aprapya manasasaha. Where the speech is important, the mind disappears. Therefore, these colors and forms, they are illumined by the vision. The illuminator never gets influenced by what is illumined. I am giving another standpoint. Ears are illuminating all the sounds. Whether it is the Lord's name, ears don't become pavitra, pure. Or if somebody abuses, the ears don't become apavitra or impure. Similarly, the mind. Whether there are noble thoughts or ignoble thoughts, it makes no difference to the mind. See? Whether you call the space north, east, west, south, it makes no difference to the space. It makes difference to us, feng shui, not to the space. Think. In the same manner, consciousness eliminates waking, dream, deep sleep, samadhi. It makes no difference. As we are absolutely indifferent to the dream experiences, the dream world and the dreamer, so we remain absolutely indifferent to the waking world, the waking experiences and Mr. Waker. Because we are very clear. Every dream is independent of other dreams. Two dreams have no relationship whatsoever. Two dreamers have no relationship whatsoever. Dreamers do not create a personality. They appear and disappear. They appear and disappear. See? When we are looking at the ocean, we see the waves coming. It appears as if the similar type of waves are coming, but every wave is unique. It is not exactly the same. See, friends, that is why this biometrical identification, your iris and your these things, no two people can have the same thing. When the physical dumb structure cannot be similar, do you think the experiencer will be the same? Think. And when we thus come to discover that yesterday's waker and today's waker, They are totally different. Then what? Like every dream we enjoy independent of the earlier dreams in the same manner. Every waking experience of every day we will celebrate. Not bringing the past. See? Otherwise all the time, I wish this should not have happened. Forget about it, man. Remain in the present. That is why all the great masters tell, all spiritual life is remaining in the present 100%. Because ego is nothing but this garland. Don't forget an example of garland. Garland is made of flowers. And flowers in Hindi are called as fools. See? So the fools are put together by the thread of consciousness. So the ego appears like the garland appears, but garland is not. See? If you remove all the flowers, will you call it as a garland? No. When we remove all the wakers, it is only pure consciousness. There is no ego. And if there is only one flower, there cannot be any garland. So remain as a fool, not fools. See, friends. Therefore, the rule is illuminator includes everything. Now, third standpoint. That which is not included in the knowledge does not exist. Be very attentive. Because in the truth, knowing is being. Knowing and being cannot be separated. See, where knowing and being is separated, it is a mental projection. See, vritti vyapatvam evastu phala vyapti katham bhavet. Bhagavan Shankaracharya says, when we see an object, first the mind takes the shape of the object. This is called as vritti vyapti. The mind has taken the form of that object. Thereafter, phala vyapti. The second aspect is, I know this is an object. Birth of the knower after knowing the object is called as the mind. But when it comes to our own self, in that knower is not born. See, if somebody asks us, do you know Gupta ji? I don't know. Maybe I'll try to know. But when we are asked, do you know yourself? Unless you are from Australia. Yes. See, when they talk, all these kinds of sounds, where from they learn? Not one sentence they talk straight away. See? You ask them, would you like to take chocolate? Say yes or no straight away. See? Even on the TV screen you see, when they talk, educated. Therefore, the one who is knowing includes everything. See, that which is not included in the knowledge doesn't exist. Yesterday I gave example in the evening lecture. When there was a spider on my beard which I did not know, so I was not worried. But that small girl, when she saw, it was in her mind, not on my beard. So she was worried and she came and took it away. But when after that she took it, then again and again I tried, I hope there is nothing left. See? Therefore, these visions give us a very clear picture. And this reality, which is illuminating everything. See? Past, present, future. These are only imaginations in the absolute consciousness. See? One example I'll give you to make this point. What is the meaning of living in consciousness? What is the meaning of understanding the various concepts of time? What was said that inside that rock kingdom or rock world, it was one day, outside there were 12 million years. How it is. See? Once I was sitting on a tree. By then I had already dropped my tail. I was sitting up there. And I had nothing to do, nowhere to go. So I was eating moongfali, enjoying. Evening time, one villager, he was standing below the tree. And he was praying, "Oh Lord, let there be some transport and I have to go, I cannot walk, I am so tired, it is getting late. Oh God, please send some, at least a bullock cart, if nothing else," and all that. And then from above I said, "My dear child, a bullock cart will come. A black and a white bull. And the driver is having a green turban. It is loaded with grass. You request him, he will take you to your village." Where from the God has spoken this thing? And then the bullock cart comes within 1 hour and he goes comfortably home. Do you think he will keep quiet? No, I was standing below the tree. I prayed to the Lord and God answered. And I came here. Next day the whole village comes to see the God. And I was sitting up there. God is sitting up on the tree. So they came, "Bhagwan, please come down. Sukha karta, dukha karta, tel vignachi." And then I came down. "Sir, you have told you are almighty, you are omniscient, you are omnipotent, you are omnibus." Bus will sit. See? Actually, what happened? That man who was below the tree, his vision had a radius, let us say 10 feet or 100 feet radius. He can see the things within the radius of 100 feet, for example. But I was on the tree top. So what was my radius? More than the one who was at the base. Be attentive. So what was a future tense for a man below the tree was a present tense for a man on the top of the tree, is it not? So what is present and what is future? Depends on where you are. If you are identified with the body, you have a different scale. And if you live as consciousness, you have a different scale. Think. The more we are aware of this phenomena, time, space, objects, they are nothing but the pure conscious reality. And this is what it is said. Therefore, etat parachiti prokta Tripura parameshwari brahma iti ahur vedavidaha Vishnu Vaishnava sattamaha Shaivam Shivottama prahuhu Shaktim Shakti parayanaha etadrupa drute kinchit yadi bruyustadarpakam taya vyaptam tu chit shaktya darpana pratibimbavat tasya bhasya kritam bhasakatva nacha swataha astitam. So this reality that we are speaking about is called as Brahman by the Vedantis, is called as the Vaishnavi Shakti by the Vaishnavas, is called as the Shiva Shakti by the Shaivas, is called as the Shakti Mata by the Shaktas, and this itself is called as everything. And without this reality, nothing else is. And other than this reality, nothing else is. See, friends. Now, where are the differences? Ganapatya, Saurya, Vaishnava, Shaiva, Shakta. These are the 5 paths. Where is the difference? One and the same. But we get lost only in this non-essentials. And then start torturing and imagining the things. So, Taya Vyaptam tu Chit-Shaktya Darpana Pratibimbavat. Like everything that is reflected in the mirror is nothing but the mirror. In the same manner, everything that is nothing but this Paramatma. See? This is the meaning of that simple mantra. Isha vasamidam sarvam yat kincha jagatyam jagat tena tyaktena bhanjita magrudakkasya siddhanam. When you have this vision, there is nothing but the absolute conscious reality. Tena tyaktena bhanjita. You can never be indulgent in this world. And magrudaha kasya siddhanam. You will never be possessive of anything. Because possession is possible when something is other than you. Indulgence is possible when something is other than you. But everything is Paramatma. That Paramatma cannot exclude us. We are included in Him. See, Paramatma objectified is called as the world. Paramatma limited is called as the Jiva. Paramatma pushed away is called as Ishvara. And the foolishness is called as Sadhana. See, friends, this is all spiritual practice. See, even if you want, thoughts cannot erupt. Like the mirror. Mirror doesn't react to any reflection. When the reflection is that of the fire, the mirror doesn't feel bad. Khatam karo yaar jaldi, garmi ho rahi hai. Think. Let's move in this world with a mirror-like mind. As you know, one beauty of the mirror, mirror does not have the past. Because mirror doesn't retain anything. So mirror is always in the present. That which doesn't have the past cannot have the future. So where past and future is not, time has disappeared. This is called as transcending the time. So when the past and the future, both tenses have disappeared, can we call present as a tense? Present is a tense if past tense and future tense, they are honored. If past tense and future tense are not honored, Then present is also not tense. Then what it is? It is presence. That presence, objectless awareness, is our essential nature. See, there is no effort. Now here, if you concentrate, you are in the mind. And you simply remain aware, not aware of. Aware of sound, aware of silence. Then you are still on the borderline of mind and consciousness. Remaining in awareness 24/7 is spiritual life. Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Here we conclude this session of 6 talks, and we have come up to next year. Somebody has to remind me, or else I'll forget. We have come up to 46th verse of 14th chapter. There are 22 chapters. So next year we'll start from 47th verse of 14th chapter. Till then, Amen. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.